Hey everybody! So I want to discuss something with you guys today. When I was a child, when someone knocked on the front door, it was one of the most exciting things of my life. I was always the first one to answer the door. I ran to the door. It was a fight over who could answer the door first, because a knock at the door was amazing. There was only a few things it could be. A neighborhood friend coming over to play, a random relative who just stopped by on their way through town, a Girl Scout who was bringing you cookies that your mother could buy. The possibilities were endless, and it was always a positive thing if someone knocked on that door. It was entertaining. It was like something in the day that was unexpected happened. Now, as an adult, a knock on the door means nothing but terrible things. Instead of happiness and running straight to the door, now as an adult, when there's a knock at the door, I do one of the following things. Hide and act like I'm not home. 2, grab a weapon and creep closely to the door. And while I'm creeping to the door, I'm constantly thinking things like, why don't I own a dog? Why don't I own a gun? Why don't I know Kung Fu? Why don't I have security cameras set up all around my house? I simply ask someone else to answer it. Someone knocked on the door. Come drive down here and answer it. And lastly, I try and look at who's at the door by looking through a window, but I don't want to be seen in case it's someone I don't want to answer the door for, so I have to try and do it all sneakily. Never works out well. But I do all these things because now there's nothing good coming from someone knocking at your door. It's either a neighbor who wants a favor, and who wants to do that? Someone coming to tell you about Jesus. I already know about him, I don't need to know anymore. A rapist, a murderer, someone trying to sell you something you don't want. It used to be Girl Scout cookies and candy bars or wrapping paper for school fundraisers. Now it's just a bunch of junk you don't want or need. It's never someone who's coming over to hang out. It's never someone just stopping by to say hi, because today we have calling and text messages and cell phones, and so there's no reason to pop by. You can simply text someone now and saying you're on your way, and you're like, great, door's unlocked, great, door's open, and when they knock, it's not exciting because you already know who's behind the door. As a child, the knock was the most exciting thing because you didn't know what was behind that door. It was a door of mysteries, a door of wonder. You just didn't know what was behind it, and nowadays, you still don't know what's behind it, but you know it's never gonna be a good thing. And the worst part of it all now is when you decide to hide or not answer it, or you do peek through the window and see it's a stranger and you just don't want to answer it because you know they're gonna either barge in and try and steal all your stuff and rape you and murder you and do all these things and steal your identity, or they're just gonna bug you. No matter what, if you don't answer the door, you're going to always wonder who it was and why did they knock at your door. And that part hurts the most, but you don't want to open it and get killed, so you just decide to keep it closed. Is it just me becoming an adult that I don't like the door being knocked on, or is it just society has changed where a knock at the door isn't usually a positive thing? I'm just so disappointed in it. But anyway, please comment below and tell me if you guys do any of these things, or do you just have no problem with your door being knocked on and you just go straight up to it and answer it? Maybe it's because I live alone. Maybe if I was no, even when I'm at my parents' house and someone knocks on the door, I'm like, Dad, go answer it. But there is one time that I do get super stoked when someone knocks on the door at my apartment now, and it's when I've ordered food. And I know it's coming, but I get so excited when the food finally gets here that I do turn back into my 10-year-old self and run straight to it. That part of me will never die. Alright, that's it for today's video. Please comment below and tell me if you do any of those things or if you have a completely different approach to answering the door. Make sure to subscribe to see videos every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel. And remember guys, stay awesome, possums.